All right, so we are starting the Foothills Trail. You got come along back there as usual, and we got a special guest this time. We got OG Thru hiker extraordinaire from 2023.
Let's go.
So, all right, as usual, come along. He gets to tell us what he's going to tell us to start with. As always, words of wisdom. Come along. What do you got to say on this trip?
Southbound's easier. It's easier. It's all downhill from here.
And as always, OG's, his saying is,
let's go.
Awesome. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, first water crossing with no bridge. See if we can. Oh, shit. Anyway, like I was saying, so getting up to Zpacks is really our, I think it's our biggest pull of the trip. Don't think it's all downhill from there, but anyway, somewhere just short of Zpacks, fresh ground supposed to be there, and I've already seen him posting that he's had some customers. So get up there and get us a late lunch, early dinner, and move on. So we decided this year to do east to west instead of west to east. Last 2 years we've done west to east, starting in Oconee, hiking to Table Rock. I ain't finished either year. First year it was, weather went really bad. There were some people that, serious folks that hung it out, did it. Awesome. But as y'all know, I'm a fair weather hiker. Didn't care about 3 days of rain, and it was cold. So wet, not a big fan. Cold, I'm good with that. Wet and cold, that is a wrong answer. So bailed the first year. Second year I got hurt. I had my trail shoes probably need to be replaced, and you see there's a lot of leaves, so wasn't, when we first started there wasn't wasn't wet, but the leaves, couldn't see the trail, so you didn't know when you were going to get waylaid by a root or a rock, and then the leaves were just slick anyway. So I pulled a groin muscle, not significantly, but enough to where I didn't want to walk. It was early on. We had another probably 45 miles to go, and didn't want to risk further injury. So this year though, we're supposed to have good weather the rest of the week, and it's supposed to be warm 50s during the day, early 50s, and dang, this thing's slick when people walk on the mud, and then at night it's just going to be in the 30s. So still packing for winter. Probably could have cut back on that. Probably won't wear my thermals or anything else, so, but I didn't, so I'm toting them. All right, let me get rid of this, and we will see y'all up trail. All right, I might have to do this one vertically to do it justice. Why don't you look at that? Look at that heathen. Wow, that is awesome. So this is a trail for waterfalls and bridges. So if you like a little bit of infrastructure and you like waterfalls, this is the trail for you. And with as much as we've seen, much water as we've had up here, like the trail used to go that way. Much water as we've had, it's no wonder that that's quite a bridge there. I mean, they got that sucker in the rock with steel. They don't want it to go nowhere. Much water is rain. We've had like 3 days of rain. Literally. Huge storms come through, flash flood warnings, all that neat stuff right over the trail. So it doesn't surprise me. I would be surprised if I didn't see a bunch of blowdowns as well, just as wet as the soil is. All right, I'm going up. Let me get off this thing.
Yeah, you know how I have that depth perception thing?
All right, this is really, really freaking scary. This is moss and slick. And I don't know what all the orange flags are, but anyway, this is slick. That's Roadrunner. She's got some of her Patreon members up here. All right, so that was Bald Knob back there. It's a good way to die, falling off that thing. And walked into the clouds. There was some low-hanging clouds left over from all the rain we've had. Sun's supposed to be out. Supposed to be. Not so much here at elevation, but anyway. So I think we're only about 4 miles in. So we're doing 14 today. 9.2 from the parking lot to breast ground. So another 5 to him. Recharge a little bit and then finish up the day. Hopefully get to camp before dark. So this is, I hadn't been on this section before. So I'm not sure if the campground's in the woods or what. Probably is. I think most of them are. So there are some good vistas here, no doubt. But most of it is, well, like the AT, hiking in the green tunnel. Although it ain't so green in the winter. All right. See if I can get my heart rate down. There's a lot of places like this on this hike that are on this trail where you could just step off into oblivion. And with all the water we've had, it wouldn't take much to get going. But it is gorgeous. And I've come down out of elevation, so the sun is out. That's what that big old orb is in the sky that I haven't seen for 3 days. So, all right. It'll be a great week. And we are somewhere around the 4.5 mile mark. Always seems like I hate looking at gut hooks because I'll look at it and I'll go, before I look at it, I'll think, okay, I've gone, oh, I had to go 6 or 7 miles. Nope, I've gone 3.5. I think just from now on, when I estimate how many miles I've gone, then I need to have it, cut it in half. And that's how many actual miles I've gone at that particular time. Okay, so we are at the Table Rock Boundary State Park. So we started at Table Rock and now we're coming into gorgeous, as in a gorge, a deep place in the earth, not a gorgeous as in beautiful place in the earth. So I think it's either a state park or a forest, something like that. I think it is a state park. Anyway, that's where we are now. So like most long trails, they go from, you know, national forests to state parks to, you know, municipal lands. They try to stay off private stuff. So the Foothills Trail was cobbled together. And I heard somewhere, and if you're familiar with the Foothills Trail, that there is another trail you can take to connect you from the foothills to the AT. I'm not sure what that would be. If anybody knows out there, leave a comment down below. I'd be interested to track that. But anyway, we're going downhill, which I hate because I really work for this elevation and I'm losing right now. But is what it is. This is where the trail goes. This is where I'm going. Alrighty. Charlie Mike. So I'm walking with my head down, coming down the wobbly funhouse steps into all this mud. And of course I was expecting mud. I'm thinking, how the heck am I gonna get across that? I mean, that's just gonna be a mess right there. That's gonna be slick as glass. And then I had my head down, and then I look up and look what they've given us. Somebody thought enough to give us a cable to hang on to. So that's awesome. And I'm gonna use it. Now I just gotta figure out where the shallow spots are. Well, there wasn't any shallow spots. Yep, my feet are wet. But the alternative is to come crashing down, slide all the way down that rock up there. You'd be caught in that creek, and I don't know if you'd stop till you got down there somewhere. Anyway, glad for the cable. That could be disastrous. So, not worried about getting wet. I prefer not to be, but you know, as you hike, the heat from your feet will pretty much dry your socks out. Maybe not 100%, but good enough. You know, as long as you're not steadily walking in water like I was up in Massachusetts this summer, then, and your feet have a chance to dry out, then blisters are less likely. Now, I wear liner socks and gingy toe liner socks, and usually that helps out tremendously. But you know, up in Massachusetts, there was days where I was on the trail and got a lot of rain up there, just constantly walking in it. Feet never have a chance to dry out, and so you get blisters. So that's what happened up there. Just deal with it. All right. Well, I was wrong. Foothills does have a green tunnel. That's Yellow back there. Yellow is a through hiker from 2023. You may have saw him his YouTube channel. He hiked with headphones the whole time. And I don't know if they were noise canceling or not, but anyway, started in February, finished in August. So it's like 7 months. And so he's hiking with us. So we got a lot of alumni from through hiking that are here. That's awesome. Hopefully the folks that are 2024 will take advantage of that. All right, we made it here to the 9.2 here at the Leapfrog Cafe. There's Mona Lisa. Happy holiday coming in. Fresh Ground here has got it going on. Had some bratwurst and hand cut fries. So that was awesome. Coffee, all kind of stuff. So anyway, made it here. We got about another 5 to go. Fresh Ground has added. See the little flame, little outdoor thing going there? That is the ticket. That is really nice. But anyway, we got a great group. So far we've had, I think he said 20. So Mona Lisa and Happy Holiday make 22. Yeah. So that's great. All right, I'm gonna load back up and head on up to the highest point in South Carolina, Sassafras Mountain, and we're in the parking lot now. I'm going to head on up there, and then we are going down to Laurel Valley, I think, for the night. Okie doke. All right, last rays of sunshine. That is all the sunshine we've seen all day. Last rays of sunshine. Laurel Valley is our destination for the night. Our eventual destination is 66.5 away, Oconee State Park. So we're going to be hiking at night because it's like 4 o'clock now. So we're not going to make that 4 miles and some change in now. It's not gonna happen. So we'll be hiking at night, trying to find a place at night. But we've done that before. It's starting to get really chilly out here. So I got to get on the trail and get to hiking. All right, it's like 5:17. I'm 1.8 out. Sunset's at 5:30. Typically you have another 30 minutes worth of viewable light, and then you're done. Don't think I'm gonna make it. Not without a headlight. So I'll keep pushing a little bit further, another half mile or so, and stop, break out the headlight. So I'll be setting up in the dark, hiking in the dark. Not my favorite thing to do, but can't be helped this time of year. And the mileage we need to do this in 5 days. So day was like is going to be like a 14.2 mile day, something like that. First up killed me. I've covered, took me from 10:30 to I guess 3:15ish to cover the 9.2. So you do the math on how many miles an hour that is. Now I've covered 2 miles in an hour. No, 2.5. No, yeah, something like that. Anyway, obviously I'm going downhill, so it's a lot easier. So, although that's hard on my knees, going downhill, but these hills are not as steep for the most part as some of the AT. It was just, overall, I'd say this trail pretty well graded. Better than a lot of spots on the AT. But of course, when you're gaining 3,000 feet in 9 miles, so it's 1,000 feet every mile, and it takes you all day to get there. Well, you get tired and cramped up and sore. Anyway, the day is about all I got left in the tank time I get to camp. Fresh Ground's going to show a movie. I'm going to be looking at the back of my eyelids time that shows. So anyway, Laurel Valley campsite's where we're heading. And then he'll feed us breakfast in the morning and we'll be on our merry way. Alright, probably won't chat with you anymore till maybe a closeout tonight. If I miss the closeout tonight, we will see y'all in La Mañana. I did want to show y'all this. This is why we do it, folks, for views like that. And I know it would be more gorgeous if I wasn't in the middle of the woods, but still, wow. All right, so we made it 14.5 to Laurel Valley Access. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Anyway, basically in a freaking parking lot. We're really roughing it, right? Just got through watching part of a movie that Fresh Ground had showing on the side of his van. So anyway, roughing it out here on the Foothills Trail. So tomorrow we're probably looking at a 20 mile plus day. Hope it's not too far on the plus side, but in any case, that's what we're doing. So all's well here. War slam out. Most of that, 9.2 of that, was all uphill. So looking forward to a little more varied terrain tomorrow. The last 4.2 was downhill to this parking lot, most of it. So there you go. All right, folks, that is it for day one's in the bag. Tomorrow is day 2 of the Foothills Trail, and we will see you on the flip side.